Hello, I'm Matt, and I would like to welcome you to the channel. If this is your first visit to our channel, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you will know when we upload a new video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I cleaned up this 85-foot pine tree that Hurricane Helene blew over behind our house. We were quite blessed that it blew it away from our house, because if it had went 180 degrees the opposite direction, it would have landed right on top of our house. I am not a professional arborist, and I use our tools in a manner that I am comfortable with. Ensure you follow all manufacturer's safety instructions for the tools and equipment that you use, because failure to do so could lead to serious bodily injury or death. Here I'm trimming the limbs away from the tree trunk so that I can get to it to cut the trunk up, and hauling the pieces over and stacking them so I can pick them up with the grapple on our tractor. This is actually the top of another huge pine tree that was broken off when Hurricane Helene came through and thrown into the notch of this big oak tree. It's pretty amazing how much damage it did to the oak tree. I really like this grapple because it's built heavy duty enough that I'm pretty comfortable grabbing onto this treetop and pulling it out of the notch of the oak tree. This shot here shows one of the benefits of the hydrostatic transmission on this Massey Ferguson 2860E tractor. With the hydrostatic transmission, I can move the tractor back and forth much easier than shifting the standard transmission on the 2650H tractor. This also shows the benefit of having a Rakemaster Grapple, because I can grab onto the top of this tree trunk and pull it out of this notch, which you wouldn't be able to do with hardly any other implement. The only other option would be to use a chain, and I don't have to get off the tractor to do it with this. And I really don't feel real comfortable with chains because sometimes they break. And you really wouldn't have the fine control that you have with this grapple if you were using a chain. I really wish I had gotten a better camera angle. I'll work on that in the future. There it goes. This Rakemaster Grapple has some serious hydraulics. I just realized one of the hydraulic lines for the grapple got disconnected when the tree came loose. So now I gotta go hook it back up. In order to hook the hydraulic line back up, you have to take the pressure off of all of the hydraulics on the tractor. So I go back and I move the controls back and forth. I take the pressure off of both sides of the hydraulic cylinder for the grapple. And then I have to remember to take the pressure off the rear remote. Now I can hook the hydraulic line back up. I don't know why, but it is much easier to hook the hydraulic lines up on this 2860 than it was on the 2650. Now we're back in business. I gotta put my seatbelt on because I've seen people crushed and it ain't pretty. In this shot here you can really see how massive this Rakemaster Grapple is built. This sure beats moving all this material by hand or with my zero-turn lawnmower and a trailer. Now back to the first side of the tree. I'm taking all this debris and piling it up on a part of our property that's out of sight and out of mind. I really don't like burning brush because I live in a wooden house and I have a wooden shop, and I've seen what happens when a fire gets out of hand, and it sure can make a mess out of a piece of property in a matter of a few minutes. Time to grab the treetop. It's amazing how much easier it is moving this stuff with this tractor and grapple. Some of these branches are still connected. I don't know why I didn't take the chainsaw and go back and cut them loose before I grabbed them with the grapple. Here I'm cutting a notch in the tree so that I can hook my ruler to it. I'm going to measure out 8-foot 6-inch lengths because I have a bandsaw mill that I plan on cutting this tree up on, and I'd like to end up with 8-foot long boards when I get through cutting them up. I'm using some spray paint to mark out the 8-foot 6 sections. I still don't remember why I didn't come back and cut this stuff out of my way so I'm not stepping over it. It sure would have made a whole lot more sense. I start cutting the tree trunk on the far end of the tree away from the root ball so that the root ball holds the tree in place so I don't have to worry about it rolling onto my feet. The root ball is still holding the tree trunk off the ground, so I'm cutting the bottom of the tree first towards the ground and then cutting from the top so I get a nice clean break. As I said in the beginning of the video, I don't cut trees for a living, but if you do and know a better way for me to cut this tree up, please leave a comment in the comment section, as I'm always interested in learning new techniques. I originally bought this Stihl MS661 chainsaw for chainsaw milling lumber from logs, but I sure do appreciate it when I'm cutting things up because a lot of times I can just use the weight of the saw, and sometimes when I do get the blade a little stuck, it's got enough power to get its way back out. It is kind of funny to go from the second largest chainsaw made by Stihl to a Toro weedeater chainsaw. And this one needs a new chain, which I did get right after cutting this limb off. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you will know when we upload a new video. If you know more about cutting trees up, leave me a comment in the comment section. The next video I will be uploading will be removing this stump from this pine tree, as well as cleaning up the rest of the area and making it look real pretty again. Thanks for watching, and may you have an awesome day.